How's your daughter, Emma? She's 23 now, right?
That's right, she's 23. She just finished college.
Oh, that's great. What's she doing now?
Well, she's working part-time at a bookstore while she figures out what she wants to do next.
Does she still live with you and your husband?
Yes, she does. She's saving up for a place of her own, but it's tough with how expensive rent is.
I totally understand. Rent is so high these days. Does she help with the bills?
Yes, she contributes every month, but honestly, we feel like it's time for her to be a bit more independent.
What's her plan moving forward?
Well, she's thinking about taking a 6-month trip to Europe with some friends.
6 months? That's quite a trip. How do you feel about that?
I'm a little torn. It's a great opportunity, and she's worked hard to save for it. But at the same time, I feel like she should be focusing on getting her own place instead of spending money on a trip.
I understand. But maybe the trip could be a good break for her. She's just graduated, and a lot of people take time to travel in their 20s to figure things out.
You're right. It's just that I feel like she's delaying the next step.
Maybe she just needs a little more time before jumping into all the adult responsibilities. When she comes back, you can have a conversation with her about moving out and becoming more independent. Sometimes young adults just need that time to figure things out.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It's hard to let go, but I should be more supportive of her plans.
Exactly. Plus, it's not like she's doing nothing. She has a job and is saving up. A lot of people her age are still living at home without a job, so in many ways, you're ahead.
You're right. I'll be more understanding. Thanks for the advice.
Anytime. You're doing great. Let her enjoy her trip, and when she's back, you can talk about her next steps.
So, James, what kind of jobs have you had so far?
Let me think. The first job I ever had was back in high school. I worked part-time at a coffee shop.
A coffee shop? That sounds fun. What did you do there?
Mostly I worked behind the counter as a barista. I made drinks, served pastries, and occasionally handled the cash register. It was just a weekend job, but it was a great way to make some pocket money.
Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was pretty enjoyable. The atmosphere was nice, and I learned a lot about customer service. Plus, I got to drink all the free coffee I wanted. But after a year, I decided to try something new.
What did you do next?
After high school, during my summer break, I worked as a delivery driver for a local pizza place. It was a lot of driving around, but the tips were decent, and I got free pizza too.
Free pizza sounds amazing. How long did you stay in that job?
Just for the summer. Once college started, I shifted to a campus job working in the library. It was a quieter job, mostly organizing books and helping students find resources. It worked well with my schedule.
That's a nice variety. Did you work during all of college?
Yeah, mostly in the library. After graduating, though, I wanted to explore something related to my major, which was business. So I got an entry-level job at a marketing firm.
A marketing firm? How was that?
It was a mixed experience. On one hand, I learned a lot about branding and advertising, but the work culture was super intense. Long hours, tight deadlines, and very little appreciation. I stuck with it for a year before I decided it wasn't for me.
I can understand that. What did you do after leaving the firm?
I took some time to figure out what I really wanted to do. During that period, I did some freelance work in graphic design. It gave me the freedom to set my own hours and be creative, which I loved.
That's great. Are you still freelancing now?
No, actually. After a year of freelancing, I found a job as a project coordinator at a nonprofit organization. It's been really fulfilling to work on projects that make a difference in the community. I've been there for 2 years now, and I think I've finally found my place.
That's amazing, James. It sounds like your journey has taught you a lot.
Definitely. Each job added something to my experience and helped me discover what I'm passionate about.
Hey, Eva, have you heard that Alex might be getting fired?
Hi, Liam. No, I hadn't heard about Alex. What's going on?
No? I was surprised too. I've heard stories about him before, but I didn't expect this.
I worked with him last year. It wasn't great. He could be really intimidating, and everyone was always on edge around him.
I never worked directly with him, but I know people who did. They said he was always yelling at his team, threatening to fire them, and taking credit for their work.
I remember Emma talking about her campaign. She was so excited about her idea. It was awful seeing Alex take all the credit after she put in so much work.
One time, Emma came up with this amazing campaign idea. Alex loved it, made her do all the planning, but when it went live, her name wasn't mentioned anywhere.
She couldn't even complain because she feared losing her job.
The campaign was brilliant and even won an award. Emma was so angry, but she couldn't report it. Alex had everyone too scared to speak up.
I managed to stay on his good side, but only by keeping my distance.
I've heard many people had a tough time working with him. Did you?
I'm relieved there's an investigation now. Hopefully, the truth will come out.
I'm glad they're investigating everything. If all these stories come to light, it'll be hard for him to come back.